Hello everyone, myself Garbhira. I am the Assistant Professor of Electrical Engineering Department of JIS College of Engineering. Today I am going to discuss about the illumination engineering subject, which is generally taught in the 7th semester of BTech final year. The subject code is E702C, credit is 4. Also, the subject is taught in the diploma 5th semester. So today my discussion topic is photometry. So before I am going to the topic, the prerequisites are characteristics of light and concept of brightness. So characteristics of light that depends on the reflection, diffraction and the glare, etc. And concept of brightness by which the lightness of any object. So by this we can perceive an object and visualize that. Now I am going to the course objective. To provide an introduction to the fundamentals of illumination engineering and architectural lighting design. To impart lighting fundamentals, measurement and technology and their application in the analysis and design of architectural lighting system. Next, course outcome. Students will be able to understand the need of good illumination and learning the physics behind various luminous sources, other terms and units. Identify the criteria for the selection of lamps and lighting systems for an indoor and outdoor space. Perform calculation and photometry and luminaires for lighting designs. Evaluate different types of lighting design and application. Next, course overview. Okay. So first, photometry. Next, terms related to photometry. Workout examples. So first, what is photometry? It is the study of how light leaves a fixture and spreads into its surrounding. Specifically, the science of measuring light as perceived by the human eye. That means this is a measurement of light. In large projects, photometry plays an important role in allowing lighting designers to understand if the light is enough. Also, it enables in confirming the level of brightness, intensity and more. It also helps in understanding lighting costs and calculations of energy requirements. In the right side, we can see a picture where a car parking lot is visible and the lighting designs are visible here. So this is an example of one type of photometry. Next, need of photometry. So first, when planning for lighting, a photometric analysis would help to determine that how the lighting design would be more fitting for the space before the lights are actually purchased, and also it simply helps to plan ahead before arriving at a buying decision. Next, when retrofitting lights, most often lighting retrofit projects are executed with assumption. The biggest mistake people make is the one for one replacement. Unfortunately, it doesn't care acceptable results. It is widely known that retrofitting an area with a 100-watt LED fixture by replacing a 400 metal halide area light would give off a brighter light. So many contractors skip the photometric tests and get to the step of installation to quickly finish the work, but this can be quite detrimental for the customer's overall satisfaction. Next, another related term in photometry is radiometry. They are both similar but not equal. Radiometry is the study of optical radiation like light, infrared radiation, ultraviolet radiation. Photometry is the science of the measurement of light in terms of its perceived brightness to the human eye. Radiometry is concerned with the total energy content of the radiation, where photometry only relates to the visible range of wavelength which human can see. So generally 400 nanometer to 780 nanometer is the range of visible spectrum. In between this range, human eye can recognize any object, and in human eye, cone cell and rod cell are responsible for perceived anything. Next, the most common unit in radiometry is the watt, which measures radiant flux, where in photometry the common unit is lumen, which measures luminous flux. The radiant flux is also called as power. Okay. Next, radiometric and photometric quantities and units. So first, the quantity wavelength, where radiometric symbol and units are present here. So units and symbol are both same for radiometric and photometric quantities. Next, radiant and luminous energy. So symbol is Q and unit is watt seconds for radiometry, and for photometry the symbol is QV, lumen seconds is the unit. Similarly, radiant and luminous energy density, luminous flux, irradiance and illuminance, radiance and illuminance, luminous intensity and radiance intensity. These quantities and their symbol and units are given here. Next, some terms related to photometry. So first, luminous flux. Luminous flux means the total quantity of radiant energy per second responsible for visual sensation from a luminous body is called luminous flux. So the unit of luminous flux is denoted as lumen, and it is denoted as F. 1 lumen equal to 0.0016 watt, or 1 watt equal to 625 lumen approximately. So here you can see source, light source is present, and the radiant energy is called as per second is called as luminous flux. Next, luminous intensity. In a given direction, luminous flux emitted by the source per unit solid angle is called as luminous intensity, where luminous intensity is denoted as I and the unit of luminous intensity is candela. Candle power. Next, terms related to photometry. So first, F equal to luminous flux, A equal to area of the surface perpendicular to the direction of luminous intensity, D equal to diameter of the source, I equal to intensity of the source. For a unit sphere, a uniform source of 1 candela emits a luminous flux of 4 pi lumens. So here a point source is present of 1 candela and the radius is r equal to 1 meter here. Now the area of the sphere is 4 pi r square. So r equal to 1, that means 4 pi into 1 square equal to 4 pi. So area is equal to 4 pi here. Now luminous flux. Luminous flux equal to 4 pi into I by d square. Okay, that means 4 pi lumens. So the luminous flux is the amount of light. Next, terms related to photometry. So first, illumination. It is the luminous flux received by a surface per unit area. It is denoted as E, where E equal to F by A, and F equal to luminous flux and A equal to area. And the unit of illumination is lux. Next, luminance. It is very important term. It is also known as brightness. So in the figure, we can see that according to its definition, that luminous intensity per unit projected area of the surface in a given direction. So here the unit projected area in a given direction is A cos theta, and luminous intensity is denoted as I. So L equal to I by A cos theta, and the unit is candela per meter square. Okay. Next, illumination or lux requirement. So it is divided into two parts, that is residential and commercial. So for residential purpose, kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, dining, stairs, study, drawing hall and living room are given here, and also their lux requirements are given here. So in case of kitchen, the residential purpose, the lux requirement is 200 lux, bedroom 300 lux, study room 300 lux, etc. Similarly, in case of commercial purpose, classroom lux requirement is 300 to 400 lux, jewelry work 700 to 800 lux, hospital treatment room 400 to 500 lux, and so on. Next, the very important relationship between luminous intensity, luminance, and illumination. So here a point source is present, and it is the spherical segment of the total surface. So luminous intensity is I here, luminance L, illumination equal to E, and luminous flux equal to F, where E equal to F by A. So we know that F luminous flux equal to I into omega, where omega equal to solid angle, and the unit of solid angle is steradian. And the equation is denoted as number 1. Next, A equal to area to be illuminated, that is 4 pi r square. So E equal to I into 4 pi by 4 pi r square, that is equal to I by r square. So 4 pi is cancelled. So this is equation number 2. Now, already we know that L equal to I by A. So I equal to pi r square, because this is the A of the point source, that is pi r square. So L into pi r square equal to I, equation number 3. Now put the value of equation number 3 in the equation number 2, that is E equal to L into pi r square by r square. So r square is cancelled. That means the ultimate equation will be E equal to pi L. So this is the relationship between the luminous intensity, illuminance, and illumination. Next, terms related to photometry. Another terms are mean spherical candle power. Generally, the luminous intensity or candle power of a source is different in different direction. The average candle power of a source is the average value of its candle power in all directions. Obviously, it is given by flux in lumen emitted in all directions in all planes divided by 4 pi. This average candle power is also known as MSCP. So MSCP equal to total flux in lumens by 4 pi and mean spherical candle power MHCP. Hemispherical candle power, and the previous one is mean spherical candle power. So in case of mean hemispherical candle power, it is given by the total flux emitted in a hemisphere divided by the solid angle subtended at a point source by the hemisphere. So here flux emitted in a hemisphere by 2 pi, that is equal to MHCP. Now reduction factor, the ratio of mean spherical candle power and mean spherical candle power. So the ratio of MHCP and MSCP is called as reduction factor. Next I am going to the workout examples. So first problem 1. So here the candle power of a lamp placed normal to a working plane is 30 candle power CP. Find the distance if the illumination is 15 lux. So here given data, candle power I equal to 30 CP and illumination E equal to 15 lux. So we know that E equal to I by D square. So D equal to root under I by E, that means root under 30 by 15. So the distance equal to 1.414. That is the answer. Okay. I'm going to the next example. That is, when a 250 volt lamp takes a current of 0.8 ampere, it produces a total flux of 3260 lumens. Calculate MSCP and efficiency of lamp. So here given data is V, that means voltage equal to 250 volt, current I equal to 0.8 ampere, and also total flux that is equal to 3260 lumens. So MSCP means total flux by 4 pi, that is equal to 3260 lumens by 4 pi. So answer will be 259.42. That means MSCP equal to 259.42. So the unit is candle power. Lamp efficiency. Lamp efficiency equal to total flux into total flux output by electrical output. So total flux output means lumen and electrical output, that is equal to VI cos phi. So total lumen equal to 3260 and VI cos phi means here electrical input means the total power, that is equal to P equal to VI cos phi. That means V equal to 250 volt, I equal to 0.8 and cos phi equal to 1. Cos phi means power factor equal to 1. That means 16.3 lumen per watt. This is the answer. Okay. Next, references. So these are the references. Please follow it. And these are the total topics for today. Okay, thank you.